Hey YouTubers, what's up? Vintage Game Finder here. Welcome back to another edition of the Broke Ass Podcast. In this short little podcast, we're going to talk about Christmas memories. It'll be awesome if you go ahead and be so kind and share some of your own in the comment section. If you could, that'd be awesome. Or make a response video. That's another option as well. But I can only speak for myself, and I have more than one Christmas memory, but the one that comes to mind the most was going and getting the original Game Boy for the first time back in the year of its initial release in 1989. If I'm not mistaken, it came out in the springtime of that year. I think April or May. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's when it did come out. And I remember trying to save whatever I could to try to buy it on my own. But being 8 years old, that became kind of an issue as far as finding the means to go ahead and do that on my own. So I had to work together with my parents at the time, and they told me, hey, you have good grades, and we'll see what we could do for you. I mean, my grades weren't that good, so I had to wait. I had to wait for December. I remember now, December of '89. I had to wait until then to go ahead and get my own copy of the handheld at that point. And I remember I was able to save on my own maybe $40, which is pretty good because I think when the Game Boy did come out, it was priced at either $100 or $120 at that time. So and it came with Tetris, of course, some headphones, the handheld itself. Um, and I thought it was just an awesome system. I knew there were rumors about Sega coming out with their own handheld, which eventually was going to be the Game Gear, of course. But I wanted the Game Boy because it just looked pretty awesome, except for the colors, of course. But even at 8 years old, I knew it was Nintendo, and Nintendo, they built pretty good stuff. The build quality was amazing, and even by today's standards, most of what they made was built to last, which you can't really say much about other manufacturers on the market nowadays. But yeah, I have those. I get flashbacks from time to time, especially in the holidays. If it wasn't for my dad, everybody has that somebody where they that one person introduced them to the genre, to the lifestyle that comes with video games. And that person for me was my dad. Um, he bought me a Sega Master System, which was my first home console. Uh, he bought most of the consoles that I had growing up, and I always thought it was awesome. I mean, I earned them, of course, but the journey to find them, uh, or just the way we hung out together, and we took advantage of it, and it was father son time. We made that happen, and looking back on it now, it's always awesome, and I try to have moments like those with my kids. And as a parent, I mean, if you guys are parents, you understand what I'm saying. But as a parent, sometimes you gotta step out of yourself and realize that those certain moments, you won't get them back. So you gotta take advantage of it as much as possible. And I like to think my father did that with me, and I can't thank him enough, even though he's not with us anymore. But I hope I hope that he understood that I was very grateful for all the contributions, the positive contributions he made to my life, because of that, I'm making those same contributions, those same strides for my children. So it was awesome, and that night was crazy because I lived in northern New Jersey at the time, and there was a blizzard that night. We didn't have a car, so we had to take two buses to get to the local Kmart, and just me and my dad, 9:30 at night, just got off of the bus. We had to walk maybe a third of a mile to get to the Kmart. For some reason, the bus didn't drop you off in front of it. I don't remember why, but we had to walk to get there. And the hardest part, I think, wasn't actually buying the console, because Kmart stocked them pretty well, but the adventurous part was getting there and getting back in one piece, especially with the weather conditions. And it was just, I still remember the experience and the trek and the conditions and the stuff we had to adventure through to get to that Game Boy. And I was a very happy kid that night. That was my Christmas present night. To this day, I still play the original Game Boy. I still play Tetris like crazy. Experiences like that, they stay with you like they have with me all these years later. Hopefully you guys had similar experiences like that, maybe with parents, a bigger brother, a cousin that you grew up with. Everybody in this genre of retro video games or even modern video games, they should have stories to tell to go with the games that they play, in my opinion. So what are your stories? Let me know in the comment section. And as always, God bless, stay safe, and happy hunting.